What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And Dylan Walsh is reporting from England that Liverpool are preparing a massive offer to sign Gonzalo Inacio in the January transfer window. These reports are originating from Portugal and a Portuguese newspaper. So what do you think about this news? Let me know in the comments below. And do you think Gonzalo Inacio is worth his release clause, which is around £51 million? 60 million euros exactly. And Fabrizio Romano said that Sporting will only sell Gonzalo Inacio if a club pays his release clause, but it looks like now increasingly likely that Liverpool are prepared to pay his release clause according to these Portuguese newspapers. So don't shoot the messenger, I'm just reporting the news, and also I will give my opinion, and we will of course report on everything that has been said by these Portuguese newspapers and what this could mean for Liverpool going forward. So the Portuguese news outlet Correio da Manhã is reporting that Liverpool are now preparing a proposal to sign Inacio, with Jurgen Klopp being a huge fan of the 22-year-old Portuguese international midfielder and what he could bring to Liverpool. With the Liverpool side looking short in the centre-back position and in need of a long-term replacement for João Matip, Inacio could be a dream signing for Liverpool according to the Portuguese news outlet. And by the way, if you enjoy these transfer news update videos, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new around here, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss the latest videos on my channel. And please, I need your help to continue making these videos. These videos only make $5 to $6 per episode. It's even lower in January, the ad revenue. So if you subscribe to my Patreon and donate there, you can get added benefits if you subscribe to the different tiers. Link is in the video's description, or you can make a one-time donation via the thanks button below the video. Thank you so much for your awesome support. Liverpool are one serious injury away from having a crisis at the back, and I don't want an injury to hurt Liverpool's chances of winning the Premier League title. We have to maximize the trophies and titles that we win under Jurgen Klopp, because he won't be at Liverpool forever, sadly, even though I'm sure many Liverpool fans wouldn't be opposed to Liverpool giving a lifetime contract to Jurgen Klopp, because he's literally the best manager and the perfect manager for Liverpool as well. But he could leave in 3 years, so Liverpool need to maximize the trophies and titles that they can win. And we are top of the Premier League with the best defense. But when Konate rolled his ankle against Bournemouth, I was fearing the worst, because then Kwanzaa will have to play week in, week out, every 3 or 4 days alongside Virgil van Dijk. And don't get me wrong, Kwanzaa has been absolutely brilliant. He looks like a very mature, very assured centre-back. But are you going to say, hand on heart, that Kwanzaa and Van Dijk is the centre-back partnership that will have Liverpool winning the Premier League title if Konate misses like a month or two? And yes, Joe Gomez can slot in at centre-back, but at the moment Tsimikas and Robertson are still a few weeks away from getting back. So that's why Inacio would be an absolutely brilliant signing, and we would need to sign a centre-back in the summer transfer window anyway. So if the Liverpool scouts think that Inacio is the player that could replace João Matip in long term, then I trust them, because Liverpool's track record as a club making transfers under Jurgen Klopp has been nothing short of immaculate and brilliant. Almost a 100% hit rate, like 95 or 90%. The only signing that was a massive failure maybe was Loris Karius, and even before the Champions League final nightmare that Karius had, he was actually a decent goalkeeper for Liverpool, but that destroyed his career and his confidence. Also, there is another factor in this Inacio transfer saga. Arsenal and Mikel Arteta also want to sign him. So if Inacio signs for Liverpool, then we pretty much eliminate the threat of him signing one day for Arsenal, because Liverpool are not going to sell one of our direct title rivals, Arsenal. The one weakness of Gonzalo Inacio is his aerial duel win success rate is pretty low, a lot lower than Konate or Van Dijk, who are of course much further in their development and much further in their career. Konate is already playing like a world-class centre-back this season, and Van Dijk is back to his world-class best and Inacio is a level below that at the moment. Some Liverpool fans are saying that having a really great aerial duels win success rate is non-negotiable when it comes to signing a centre-back, because Liverpool, with their high pressing, force a lot of teams to play long balls behind our defense. So our centre-backs have to be good in the air. They have to be not just good, they have to be great in the air. So if Inacio's aerial success rate is very low, is he worth 51 million pounds for Liverpool? I'm not sure. But as I said, I would trust Jurgen Klopp and the scouting department to make that decision, to make that call. But Inacio has a lot of other qualities. For example, he ranks as something of a progressive demon, as one Liverpool fan called him, with having a top 1% of progressive passes and top 4% of progressive carries for a centre-back. That's really, really impressive. His pass completion rate is 88.7% compared to the other centre-backs in the last 1 year, which puts him top 12%. We already talked about his progressive passes, his progressive carries. Aerial duels won is just 1.95 per 90 minutes for, compared to defenders. That's in the bottom 36%. So that's really low. Clearances, only 2.4 clearances, which is in the bottom 3% compared to all the other centre-backs. And also in blocks, he's not excelling that much. Bottom 17%, which is 0.92. That's a worrying statistic. But in terms of tackles and interceptions, he's in the top 40 or 35% compared to other centre-backs. So he's fine in that department. But yeah, those aerial duels won and the clearances and blocks, those are in the red. So that's very concerning. And I'm not sure if he's worth 51 million pounds to Liverpool with these statistics or these metrics. But the Portuguese league is a lot different, and Sporting also play a lot of different football than Liverpool. So the scouts and Jurgen Klopp and the Liverpool analyst team has to make that decision whether Gonzalo Inacio is fitting into the Liverpool playing style or not, and what Liverpool require from a centre-back. But the constant links of Inacio to Liverpool means that Liverpool are scouting him and looking at him, and we are definitely interested in him. And maybe in the January transfer window or even in the summer, he could become the Joao Matip replacement. I just wanted to give you guys a full picture of what Inacio could bring to Liverpool. Another reason why Gonzalo Inacio could sign for Liverpool is, according to Portuguese newspaper O Jogo, he rejected Newcastle United's offer in the January transfer window because he's waiting for Liverpool or Arsenal, so a really big top 4 club, a Champions League club. And Inacio has been heavily linked with the move to Liverpool, but he has been linked with even Manchester United and even Real Madrid in recent times. But if you want my honest opinion, I think Liverpool will wait until the summer transfer window to sign a centre-back, because we have Tsimikas and Robertson, who are 1 or 2 weeks away from coming back from injury. And when they come back from injury, then Joe Gomez doesn't have to play left back. Trent Alexander-Arnold hopefully will be back for the Arsenal or the Chelsea game in the Premier League, so then Joe Gomez doesn't have to play right back either. So Joe Gomez can play centre back brilliantly, even though he has been absolutely terrific in this left back or right back slot. He got an assist from right back last night against Bournemouth, where Darwin Núñez slotted it home at the back post to make it 4-0. So Joe Gomez can play left back, right back, centre back. He's an absolutely brilliant, very versatile player as well. So once Tsimikas and Robertson comes back, then Joe Gomez, as I said, don't have to play left back. Once Trent is back, he doesn't have to play right back. So then we will have another centre back option. So even if Konate or Kwanzaa get injured, we will have Joe Gomez to be called upon. That's why I think Liverpool are hesitant to pull the trigger, because there are not many great deals in the January transfer window. Of course, a lot of great clubs are fighting for everything in the league, in the European competitions, so you have to pay way over the odds for a centre-back in the January transfer window if you want to sign a truly great centre-back. And Liverpool only want to sign the great players or very talented players because we are looking to sign a long-term replacement for Joao Matip. And what do you think about Sky Sports and Gary Neville again siding with the referees? Because Gary Neville claimed that both Arsenal's letter to the PGMOL and Liverpool's statement were both wrong, and Gary Neville told these clubs to do it in private and not in public, which is absolutely embarrassing because Gary Neville was playing for a Man United side who were screaming in the referees' faces for years. Sir Alex Ferguson even intimidated and threatened referees before games so Man United get favourable decisions. So Gary Neville is an absolutely massive hypocrite when it comes to this, but he said, I played for a club where a manager, Sir Alex Ferguson, went mad after games if we felt a decision had gone against us. You feel like it's us against the world. I get it. Everyone hates us, the referees are out to stitch us up and they're biased against us. However, I can never remember the club writing letters undermining the system and the whole refereeing community. You know why? Because Man United didn't need to write letters. They got the benefit of the refereeing decisions without writing letters. The Man United were always favoured by referees because probably the Premier League wanted Man United always to do that well because it's great for their commercial revenues. But with Liverpool, we get referees all over the country who absolutely hate Liverpool and who want to harm us at every and any possible opportunity. Gary Neville said, when I look back now, I don't think as players we always covered ourselves in glory with referees, and also at a big club we all feel entitled and you have to leave and retire to able to see that. Wow, so Gary Neville actually admitting that they were sometimes behaving shamefully and disgracefully with referees. Wow, now, I mean, we had to wait like 10-15 years for Gary Neville to admit that, so well done, but it's too little too late. The damage was already done. Man United won 13 Premier League titles, and don't get me wrong, a lot of those seasons they deserved to win the Premier League title, but when it was just a few points and Liverpool missed out on the title because of these contentious refereeing decisions, that's what I have a problem with. Gary Neville said Arsenal's letter and even the Liverpool statement a few weeks ago are wrong. Do it privately. How can you do it privately when Liverpool were cheated out of victories, but time and time again by referees? Gary Neville said, if I was Howard Webb, I would stop apologizing to them and get on with it. Managers and players make far more mistakes than referees. Managers, if they make mistakes, they get punished for it. Players, if they make mistakes, they get punished for it. If a referee makes a mistake, nothing happens. Maybe if he's making the biggest mistake in Premier League history by not awarding a Luis Diaz offside goal, he gets a holiday. So he gets even rewarded for it. That's what happens. Referees have absolutely no consequences, no accountability, and Howard Webb should be sacked and the whole PGMOL should be restructured and more competent people should be in charge, and also more competent referees should referee the Premier League, because the refereeing standard, no matter which club you support, is absolutely disgraceful. It's so bad. It is really tarnishing and harming the Premier League and the Premier League's reputation. Gary Neville said clubs writing to the PGMOL is embarrassing. You know what's embarrassing? Gary Neville, you defending the referees after mistake after mistake after mistake. They made like 15 or 16 apologies to clubs in the last like 1.5 years. That's what's embarrassing, that's what's disgraceful, and that's why you should focus your attention and your energy on how to get the referees better, because it's not fit for the Premier League standard. It's League 1 or League 2 level, the refereeing performance in the Premier League. And that goes back years and years and years, and VAR made it a little bit better, but because these clown, incompetent, awful referees are operating VAR, not a lot has changed since VAR was introduced. We just get more and more incredible decisions highlighted more, and that's why a lot of clubs are very upset and a lot of fans are very upset, because you have the greatest technology in Premier League history when it comes to helping referees, and you still mess it up. You still ruin the games by awful decisions, and the inconsistencies are staggering. Luis Diaz got his ankles smashed, stomped on yesterday. Nothing given. when for lesser fouls there were red card after red card after red card given previously in the season. I don't want to get myself too worked up. I already am worked up, if you can tell. So that's where I will end the video. But yeah, Gary Neville, you should hang your head in shame criticizing the clubs when you in fact should criticize the referees. But you have to understand, Sky Sports are in bed with the Premier League, and the Premier League are in bed with the refereeing union. So Gary Neville defending the referees and blaming the clubs he's just a mouthpiece for the Premier League and for the Premier League refereeing union, the PGMOL. So you shouldn't take a lot of what he says very seriously, in my opinion. Let me know what is your opinion in the comments below, and thanks for watching, guys. Have a lovely day. See you later. Goodbye.